Hello everyone, hello and happy day, happy moment wherever you are. Welcome to this personal power life coaching message for wellness and happiness and well-being and wisdom, because wisdom is the name of this life experience. When we have wisdom, we can make better decisions, better choices. We can choose our words wisely, producing and yielding the ideal, optimal interactions that really satisfy us and that leave a positive, harmonious balance with others and with ourselves. Relationships are what it's about in this life experience, and the most important relationship is the one that we have with ourself. So getting to know yourself, understanding your light side, your shadow or darker side, and coming to peace with both of those aspects of our humanity and our duality. And so, in any case, this message is a moment of connection. And I wanted to share with you my green smoothie that I am enjoying right now. I made it last night, and in case you're interested, this is a heavy metal detox smoothie. So it eliminates and removes heavy metals from the body. I don't know scientifically 100% the proven results of it, but I will say that it gives you definitely improved digestion. And when I do have it, I feel very healthy and I feel happier. I have a good mood when I have my heavy metal detox smoothie. And I obtained this recipe from Anthony William, the medical medium, whom I reference extensively when I am chatting about celery juice. And I've already had our celery juice for the morning, afternoon, day. So it was really awesome, 20 ounces of pure celery juice. And now I just am going to continue with this heavy metal detox smoothie. And additional to that, I meditated this morning, and the thought at the end that came to me clearly was that you don't need to take icons with you when you go forward in your life, because you always carry your divinity and your connection to the divine with you. What it means is that sometimes we attach a lot of great meaning to symbols and objects like quartz crystals or the rosary beads or prayer beads, so many different items like lucky talismans or bracelets or necklaces that are imbued with a special divine, psychic, or cosmic energy and significance. And sometimes we even label those items as having a connection or serving as a portal with the divine or source energy or God or whatever you pray to. And I do feel and believe that there are some items that we can incorporate into our body, our life, that can enhance our connection. It can deepen our meditation. It can help you concentrate better. That's what we get with prayer beads or with any element that you feel grounds you and roots you and centers you. It could be a small statue of a Buddha, which I have them upstairs, or it could be a centering image that you acquired from a special guru that you visited in a distant land or something like that, or that some witch doctor imbued with a special shamanic power energy force. And I'm all about that. I get it. I'm with you. I read tarot cards. I'm with you in that angle. And yet Ultimately, I've known since I was a very young child that you don't need to go to a place to demonstrate your faith. You don't need to have objects or items to make your faith real or to make your connection to the divine possible. Because you always carry the relationship within you. You are the source of that relationship. You are the facilitator. You are the vehicle. You are the creator. You are the portal. You are the vessel. You may have heard some people say your body is a vessel, or your body is sacred. It's a sacred instrument. And indeed it is, because it is a portal between you and the divine, God, life force, the quantum field, the infinite, whatever you call that. And it is within you already. And you don't need to go to a certain location or to go to a place on a consistent basis like a church or an establishment. You don't need to carry these items or icons or emblems with you. It doesn't take away from anything. It only enhances and it adds. I'm not against it. I'm just saying that what I feel from my meditation this morning, which I've always felt as an early child, is that you will always have your faith and your connection to God within you and inside you. No matter where you are in all of the universe, you could be on the moon with Richard Branson in one of his rockets, and you still have your relationship with the divine. You could be on an island by yourself or with whomever, without any of your possessions, and you would still be the source of your divinity, your relationship with God, whatever you believe in. And this is not a spiritual, I'm not a preacher, I'm not anything like that. I'm just sharing insights of spirituality that we can all possibly relate to, because we are all spiritual beings to some extent. Some of us subscribe more to that idea than others, and to each his own, as far as I consider. But in any case, this was a thought that came to me this morning, and I feel inspired to share it with you, because I often get these insights from my meditation, and I feel that it's nice to share them when it's a meaningful message that can enhance and benefit our collective consciousness and humanity, even though it's already there. But I am just repeating or regurgitating what is in the universal consciousness, because we are all that. We are sort of representatives of what our collective humanity is in terms of ideas and thoughts and feelings and situations, life conditions, etc. So pretty much that's it in that regard. I also wanted to make a point on compassion and just embracing the idea, or inviting the idea, of being kinder and more compassionate and patient towards ourselves and towards everyone else. So perhaps acknowledging our short-temperedness at times, our impatience, judgments or criticisms of others, and acknowledging that everyone is where they are, given their own level of development, evolution, consciousness, and life experience. And it may be easy for us to feel like judging, and it may be the default. It's just what the mind or the mind wants to do, the ego. But you're in control of that. You know, your heart self is in control of that, and you can look in a different direction, and you can change those attitudes and habits of mind. by just embracing and inviting more kindness and compassion and peacefulness to your thoughts, more acceptance of yourself in your weak points, in your strong points, and then extending that compassion and grace to others. So treating others the way that you would like to be treated, and extending that kindness and consideration to others the same way you would like them to return it to you, to be nice to you, to be considerate and patient when you just don't get it either. Also, the other point I wanted to highlight is about putting the right information into our body. So putting the right data into our body. So for instance, if you are sick and you want to be well, then this is where it's really helpful and important and vital and logical that we put in the right things into our body, into our mind, into our thinking, so that we can get the ideal desired output, the optimal output. So if there's something that you want out of you, then putting in the right information. So if you want to love yourself, then put in loving messages and information. If you want to feel healthy, then put in the right foods, put in the right energy and prana, put in deep breaths, right? We need those deep breaths so that we can give our cells the fuel, the life force that it needs to operate optimally and magnificently. So the right foods, healthy foods that feed our blood, our cells, that oxygenate the blood, fruits and vegetables, juices, smoothies, salads, fruit salads, and limiting our consumption of the refined, packaged, processed, salty, high calorie dense foods that leave you wanting more and more and more. Just know that some foods are engineered in laboratories and factories so that it intentionally makes you want to eat more while not giving you any nutrition. So that is clearly not what we want for our natural organic body. So then it makes sense that we want some natural organic sustenance. So pretty much putting in the right information so you can get the right information out, right? You want good energy out, so you need good energy in. And consider that you can apply that and extend that concept to other elements, like the things you're watching on TV. Are you watching soap operas and drama and the news that is only talking about, you know, dismal cases and the weather being too cold or too hot or too this or too that? Even the news, they're just doing that so that they can control oil prices and control consumption, so that either you're consuming a lot or consuming a lot of one thing and then consuming a lot of the other. So it's all just a manner of controlling our focus, but it doesn't have to be that way. So being clear about what am I watching on TV, what am I letting my children watch, what am I watching with my husband or my wife, and then what am I reading, right? What magazines am I looking at? What images am I looking at? How is that supposed to make me feel when I see that image of like a half-naked woman in a bikini who's like, you know, tagline, be sexy and fit and successful? Like, it's, you know, a lot of mixed messages that warp the person's psyche, and that helps you to like succumb to a certain pattern of behavior that they're expecting. The publicity people, the marketing people, the people who want to sell magazines or sell supplements or whatever they're marketing. Okay, so it's just about being aware and mindful and in possession of self for self-mastery, because that self-control and self-awareness helps you to become a clearer gateway to more goodness, for yourself, for your loved ones, for your community, family, and the world. Because when you are in peace and love, then you can only create that. So that is important, is if you're sick or someone in your family is sick, you have to put the right fuel in, okay? It's like if you have a car that needs to run on regular fuel, if you give your regular car diesel, you're going to damage it and spoil the car. It's not going to work well for long. Same thing with your body and your mind. So cultivate beautiful thoughts and energy space within you by putting the right things inside. Okay, so that was it. And the final point that I wanted to highlight is about fixing yourself first before fixing other people, and knowing that every person is finding the solutions that they need in their own time, in the right way, given their own place in life. And it's not that place that's either higher or lower than where you are, or superior or inferior. It just is what it is. They are where they are. You are where you are, as I am where I am. And I can only help to adjust myself for an even better life experience. So sometimes we see that others are lacking something and we want to fix them. But then remind yourself that no one is broken. No one needs to be fixed. Everyone is perfectly who they are. And I choose to honor and respect that. Such as I choose to honor and respect myself, and I honor and respect you for who you are, and I do my best to extend my compassion so that I don't put superficial, unnatural expectations on you, whomever that person is, and then getting disappointed or upset when you don't meet my needs or expectations. So that's how it all plays in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's very much tied to this notion of the compassion and kindness and patience to extend to yourself and to others. Because we get caught in that loop sometimes of being upset with the world because it doesn't meet our expectations and it doesn't raise itself to our standards. But it's only because we're looking out there. We're not looking in the right place. And we're not looking in the right way. But when you choose to see the world with your wise source eyes, like if you were to put on glasses, you would see the world in a clear way. Now, I was seeing the world in a fine way just before putting my glasses on, and now I see still great. But there's a slight adjustment. It's like when you put on sunglasses. You will not see well if you're wearing glasses with darkened lens inside of a dark space. You need to take them off so you can have more illumination enter through your eyes to hit that cornea and the retina, and to allow the light to dilate the pupil and to make the internal adjustments. But that can only happen if you adjust the way that you're seeing. Even the camera from the phone is adjusting. So just like that, we have to adjust. Whenever your camera is adjusting, take that as a reminder that this is part of life. It's about being flexible and adjusting, going with the flow, as trite and over-mentioned as that phrase goes, but life is a flow. It's ebbs and flows and waves. Your emotions can be considered or analogized as waves of the ocean. You have deep feelings and deep emotions, deep currents, and they will then fade and disappear, but then there will be another one. And it's just a matter of observing, of breathing in, noticing the thought, exhaling it and letting it go. Okay? So that's pretty much it for now. I thank you for your time. I feel so grateful to you and to this weekend moment because we get to share it together. And I'm going to finish our smoothie of the day. This has been our heavy metal detox smoothie, which I'm happy to share the recipe if you would like it. And lots of cilantro, which is good for battling depression, and it has wild blueberries, which are potent antioxidants, different from the regular cultivated blueberries. And it has Atlantic dulse seaweed. It has spirulina powder and barley grass juice powder. And last night I added frozen bananas to it. So it was sort of like an ice cream, but then I added water, so it came out more of a liquidy texture. So anyhow, thanks for joining. I am super honored and it's been fun, and I wish you a beautiful, happy continuation, joyous life, and enjoy your time on earth. Enjoy life and have fun. Just ask to have fun and notice the fun things unfolding. So wishing you a magical, magnificent, and fun day. Magic and fun and love and happiness and well-being and health and peace. All right. Thanks for joining. I'm Jen from Personal Power Life Coaching. Namaste. Bye for now.